This is part 2 of Calling All Black People Hear My Cry, Unity in the Community. I was thinking of the many murders of African American boys and men. I remember last year as I viewed the videos of when a young black male shot 5 police officers in Dallas, and also a few days later, a young black male shot 3 police officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My thoughts were not really what they had done, but the after effects of the incident. 2 black men dead and more to follow. Their ages were 25 and 29 years old. Most deaths in Chicago and other black neighborhoods, the ages are younger. I used to read the headlines and try to figure out the right and wrongs of how this all happened. Surely there is a reasonable explanation for their deaths. Guilty or innocent, armed or aren't armed, handcuffed or not handcuffed, running away from officers or running towards them, gang rivals shooting and murdering one another, the results are still the same. Death of black men. I no longer look for the hows and whys of what has happened because it just does not matter anymore. I was reading the book of Jonah, chapter 3, verse 4 in the Bible when Jonah was sent to God to warn the people in Nineveh. They had 40 days to repent and mend their ways or they were going to be destroyed. The king and all the people fasted, prayed, and stopped their evil ways. God did not destroy them. The same God then is the same God now. He and only He can heal our land from total destruction. I'm going to read Jonah chapter 3 from the King James Version, verse 4. And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey, and he cried and said, Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. Verse 5. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast, and put on sackcloth, from the greatest of them to the least of them. Verse 8. But let man and beast be covered with sackcloth, and cry mightily unto God. Yea, let them turn every one from his evil way and from the violence that is in their hands. Verse 10. And God saw their works, that they had turned from their evil way, and God repented of the evil that he had said that he would do unto them, and he did it not. The black community is in a crisis, and we must put action into our lives. We have to change our lifestyle. Children coming up today have very little hope. What will happen to our next generation if all the men are dying off? What will happen to our women and children? Will we as a race become extinct? Sometimes I feel like the black men and boys are like dying dinosaurs walking towards extinction. There is something we can and must do for ourselves. Repent. Turn from our evil ways. Make godly decisions in our lives. Be mindful of others, diligent, and support one another. We can no longer afford to wring our hands and complain. There is work to be done, and we as black people must do the work required so our race can continue to exist. What if African Americans had 40 days to repent and save themselves, would they? Make a commitment to raise your children and contribute to the black community. First, we must take control of our own households and then help in the community. Do not condone what is evil and ungodly in your household. Everyone has a talent. Share it with the young people growing up. If you are talented in art, music, writing, etc., share your talent with young kids in the community. Go to each and every parent-teacher conference if you have children. Support your local schools, churches, recreation centers for youth. A great number of our youth are failing in schools. You do not have to have a degree to help a student with reading, writing, math, and other academic studies. I ran across this article a few days ago. I have provided the link to the article. Please take time to read it, for it is about someone who is in the trenches. A funeral director speaks out on the west side of Chicago. I will end with this verse, Matthew 11:15. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. God bless.